In ancient Hindu India, the Bharat periodically gave birth to great warrior children who had devoted their lives to defending Mother India's borders and to preserving Sanatana Dharma values and traditions. Due to the sacrifices of these great warriors of Sanatana Dharma, that India has remained what it has always been for the last many centuries. Greeks were forced to forfeit their polytheistic Hellenic culture or else leave ancient India. India had always retained and safeguarded its ancient civilization through her great sons like Skandagupta. We should be grateful to these heroes, the defenders of Mother India, because of whom we are able to profess and practice our ancient religion. Inscription number 30. Bhitari stone pillar inscription of Skandagupta. Provenance, Bhitari, near Sayyadpur, Ghaziapur district. UP. Script, late Northern Brahmi. Language, Sanskrit. The pillar inscription mentions that Skandagupta had thoroughly defeated the Hunas and recaptured his empire. Though Hunas were eventually able to weaken the Gupta empire into vassalage, but were again conclusively defeated by Yashodharma of Malwa and his confederate army of various kings subsequently. Skandagupta, in honor of this great victory, assumed the title of Vikramaditya, like his illustrious grandfather. There is a mention in the inscription that Skandagupta had spent the night on bare ground in the course of his efforts to retrieve the shaken fortunes of his family. In other words, Skandagupta was fighting against members of some alien family like Pushyamitras and not against any rival claimant to the throne, who must have been member of his family, i.e. his real or stepbrother. But either of the readings is merely conjectural, since erosion has left the letters hardly legible. The Pushyamitras, however, are known as people from the Puranas, c.f. Parjaiter. Dynasties of the Kali Age, section L1. Footnote. Known in the Chinese annals as the Xiongnu, the Hunas spread from their original home in northwest China to distant lands, devastating the lands they passed through, and spreading terror and destruction. Under Attila they invaded Europe and brought about the downfall of the powerful Roman Empire. The names of Kublai Khan, Halak Khan, and Changiz Khan are still remembered with fear. The Hunas also moved south towards India in the 5th century AD, when Kumargupta I was on the throne. In the previous reign of Chandragupta II, they were still on the Oxus. After defeating the Parasikas, Raghu moves north and destroys the Hunas, and then proceeds to Cambodia, Kyrgyzia. Naturally, Hunas have to be placed between Persia and Kyrgyzia, i.e. in the Oxus, SKT, Wangshu Valley. But about the end of Kumargupta's reign, possibly about 450 AD, they fell upon the Gupta Empire and the Crown Prince Skandagupta, who led the defensive forces, defeated and scattered them after grim battle. Skandagupta's prowess saved India from its depredations for about half a century. But about 500 AD, an Huna leader, Tomana, wrested from the Guptas, Punjab, and Aran in Sagar district of Madhya Pradesh, wherein an inscription of Tormana's first regnal year Dhanya Vishnu acknowledges his sovereignty. Obviously, the intervening country must have also come under. But Malwa was soon recovered by the Guptas as the Hunas, as is indicated by the Aran stone pillar inscription of the Gupta year 191. Tormana's successor Mihirakula was routed by Yashodharman of Malwa and the Gupta king Blatiti, and was given shelter by the king of Kashmir. But the ungrateful Huna treacherously killed his benefactor and usurped his kingdom, and also annexed Gandhara after killing his brother. who had usurped the throne when Mihirakula was taken prisoner by Narsingupta Baladitya.